Alright guys, what's going on? Long overdue video here. I know it's been a while, and the reason that it took so long mainly was because I was just kind of waiting just for things to fully kick in, so I could give you guys a thorough breakdown of like what the stuff was really doing. So as you know, it was a cycle of Anabeta Elite. This is my second bottle here. I'm going to explain to you guys how I tweak the dosing and things like that. But just so you guys know, I did start taking this as well a few weeks back. I'd say after I was about a week into Anabeta, I started taking this as well. And so I'm going to kind of go over this at the same time. So first things first, let's talk about the weight and things like that. So my weight was definitely fluctuating quite a bit, and that's kind of normal when you're in a bulking phase because water weight goes up and down and things like that. So let me see where I was. Okay. So before I started the Anabeta Elite, I was at 44 pounds dry lean mass, 95.5 skeletal muscle mass. So to kind of even all that out, to break it down more, my total weight was right around 197 when I started taking Abe, and my lean body mass was 165 even. So after about a month, exactly 1 month of supplementation, my weight was up to about 200 even, and my dry lean mass went up a whole pound. So that's 1 pound of solid muscle, no fat involved in that whatsoever. But as you can see, there was a 3 pound total gain. So 1 pound of that was complete lean muscle. My water weight actually went from, let's see, it went from 121 pounds of water to 123. So right there makes up for that extra 2 pounds. So the extra there's 2 pounds of water weight, 1 pound of lean muscle, and the body fat mass was actually exactly the same. Basically, when I started, it was 31.2, and when I finished, it was 31.4. So these numbers might sound kind of confusing to you guys. This is how it's all broken down. This really breaks things down really well. It doesn't just give you your total weight and your lean body mass. It breaks down every little thing from muscle, fat, water, and things like that. So that's what's really nice about this, is you can see exactly what it's doing. So again, the biggest, most important number is that my lean body mass went from 165 to 167.8. Okay, so about 3 pounds gained. And I would say it's a fairly lean 3 pounds. So strength wise, my strength it did increase. I don't know if it increased much more than I would have expected, just from my training and diet by itself. I didn't have any very explosive strength gains. Like, I didn't go and break PRs, like it was nothing. So really not a whole lot of crazy strength gains. The Anabeta, I was taking 2 with my 2 largest meals, so 4 capsules a day, and I really didn't even start to feel anything until about week 3. So it definitely took some time to kick in. But one thing that I will note is that I would say maybe like a week or 2 after I started taking this is pretty much when things started to kick in. So I don't know if that I was feeling more of the Triumph more than the Anabeta, but I'm really looking at maybe stacking this by itself for a while just to see if the results that I got more from this than the Abe, because this is just some good stuff. I mean, the ingredient breakdown and everything that it has in it, it has like 5 things that I'd love to take all in one, so it's really convenient. It's pretty cheap too for everything you get in here, and this is definitely going to be a staple in my supplement routine. I'm probably not going to run this all year round. Probably going to go like 2 months on, 2 months off, kind of do that. And this is what I'm going to use to kind of bridge out the Anabeta, because since I started this first, I'm going to run out of this before I run out of this. And so this will kind of keep me going after a while. So if I lose a lot of results, then I'll know it was coming from the Abe. But anyways, I did kind of mess around with the dosages with the Abe. I started taking 3 capsules with my 2 largest meals, which is actually 6 capsules a day, which is the max that they recommend you take. And the one thing that I will say is that I started getting really bad headaches when I switched to 6 capsules a day, and I'm talking like pretty bad in the exact same spot. I mean, it was just really bad headaches. I couldn't even work out. So I'm definitely going to go back down to taking just 4 a day. And one thing I will say though is that when I started this, when this started to kick in, my muscles were feeling really sore. So I'd come out of the gym from hitting chest, and the next day my chest was sore. It did recover pretty quickly though, so that's the good thing. But I could definitely feel something going on there. Now, a few weeks went by and that soreness kind of went away, but as soon as I bumped it up to 3 capsules with each meal, 6 a day, that soreness came back, and it was probably like twice as bad. So I honestly think that taking 6 a day is more beneficial than taking 4. So if you guys are kind of thinking about running this, maybe do a couple of weeks with 4 a day, see how you react to it, and then bump it up to 6, and then see if you can handle it, because I do think it works better with 6 a day. And so that's about it with the Abe. As far as side effects go, there was literally nothing except for those headaches that I got when I bumped it up to 6 a day. But other than that, there was really just nothing to report. As far as, well, pretty much talked about everything. I think the Triumph is going to be probably the one I stick with. I don't think I'm going to run Anabeta Elite again, just because it's pretty expensive for an 8-week cycle. And from what I got out of it, you know, looking at the paperwork, we're about 5 weeks in right now, and about a pound of muscle, which is good, don't get me wrong, but I still think it's more contributed from this than it is from the Abe. But again, I'm going to run it for the full 8 weeks, so 3 more weeks from now, we'll see if these numbers go up at all, and then kind of just go from there. So there'll probably be one more video to be expecting. But other than that, there's really not a whole lot to talk about. I didn't break a squat PR. Didn't really try to either. I didn't break any deadlift PRs, but again, I didn't try to. One thing I do know is that my max on deadlifts was 385, and the last time I did deadlifts, which was probably about 4 days ago, I was able to hit 365 for 4 reps. So 365 for 4, I probably could break a deadlift PR if I tried to, but I don't try to break PRs all the time because it's just not the right way to do things, I guess you could say. If I'm in the gym constantly trying to break PRs, I'm not using any energy to actually stimulate the muscle to make it grow. I mean, I'm just, you know, basically going in trying to hit PRs. It's not the best way to build muscle. So I'm going to hold off for that. My bench, I guess the main thing I could say is that the endurance is what I feel the most, because again, I didn't break a bench PR, but the weights that I could do for more reps was where it was really noticeable. So my bench PR is 225 for 1, and I was able to hit, I think it was like 205 for 4, you know, so the reps are pretty pretty good. It actually might have been higher than that. I might have hit 6. But when I did hit 225, it felt easier. But I just didn't really get that explosive strength gains like some people talked about. I was hoping to be able to be hitting 225 easily by the end of this stack, and I just don't think it's going to happen. But other than that, yeah, guys, that's about it. I don't want to sit here and rant on. If you have any other questions, go ahead and just shoot a comment below. I'll try to answer questions either on the comment page or in another video. So other than that, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.